coming near the end of the Giggler treatment by Roddy Doyle. And now, take a look. There's a chapter. Kayla gives her side of the story. Abba, 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 abba. Jimmy and Robbie give their side of the story. Jimmy: we think it's a brilliant idea. Robbie: yes, we do. Jimmy: giving adults the Giggler treatment. Robbie: making them walk on poo. Jimmy: it's fair and it's funny. Robbie: it's very funny. Jimmy: but if we had known that the Gigglers were going to give our daddy the treatment. Robbie: if we had known. Jimmy: I think we would have tried to stop them sooner. Robbie: we probably would have. Jimmy: even though it's funny. Robbie: even though it's brilliant. Jimmy: it's the funniest thing ever. Robbie: funnier even than doing Ruddy's in the bath. Robbie: we probably would have warned him. Jimmy: probably, even though the ball broke the window, not us. Jimmy: and even though he wouldn't let me put one of Kayla's nappies in the toaster to see what would happen. Robbie: and even though he wouldn't let me make a kite out of Granny's knickers, and she wasn't even wearing them. Jimmy: and even though he wouldn't let me pick my nose, even though there was a brilliant bit of snot up there and I wanted to flick it at Granddad because he was asleep and his mouth was open. Oh! Robbie: and even though he wouldn't let me slide off the roof with Kyla on my head. Jimmy: we probably would have tried to stop the Gigglers sooner. Robbie: even though it was really funny. Jimmy: really funny. What's keeping Rover? Rover ran across a field. He ran across a road. He ran across the Sahara Desert. Abba, said Kayla.
Yeah, kid, said Rover. It's the Sahara, trust me.
Billie Jean caught up with Rover. Are you sure this is the way?
Woof,
said Rover. Robbie caught up with them. We never went this way to the station before, he said.
Woof.
They climbed over a huge sand dune, and there in the front of them was a huge wide river. Oh my goodness, said Billie Jean. It's the River Nile. Cool, said Jimmy.
Lift your legs, kid,
Rover whispered to Kyla, and he ran into the water and swam when it got too deep for his legs. Robbie followed Rover. He was an excellent swimmer, even with the Giggler on his back. And Billie Jean followed Robbie. She couldn't swim, but Jimmy could, so she held on to his trousers. Rover swam across the river.
See that log, kid?
He said. Abba!
Well, it's a crocodile, said Rover.
And it was a crocodile. It was a vegetarian crocodile, the only veggie croc in the river that day.
Bet you wish I was a carrot,
Rover said to the croc as they swam past him. They swam to the far side and climbed the sandy bank.
Not far now, kid, said Rover.
This chapter is not far. Measure a mouse's eyelash. Not down, across. That was how far Mr. Mac's shoe was from the poo. And his rescuers were in Egypt, in North Africa. They'd never make it on time. Oh no! Where in the world is Rover? Rover climbed the steep sandy bank of the River Nile and saw right in front of him the Eiffel Tower.
Yes, said Rover. Ha ha!
Just as I expected. He ran. The seagull gives his side of the story. Fish? Fish? Don't talk to me about fish. I hate fish.
Cod? Yuck! Salmon? Yuck! Jellyfish? Yuck! Herring? Haddock? Halibut? Yuck, yuck, yuck. Fish fingers? Yuck. Fish toes? Fish necks? Elbows? Knees? Eyes? Fish teeth? Fish hair? Fish glasses? Yuck, yuck. For 1,000,000 years. Fish? If I had my way, I'd round them all up and throw 'em into the sea.